This is a review of how do you graph a line. This is using the x and y intercept method, which is, if it's in general form, it's probably one of the ways I prefer to graph if it fits my graph paper. And that's this, x and y intercepts. The x-intercept occurs when y is 0. So that would be 2x plus 0 equals 4. 2x equals 4, or x equals 2. So one coordinate point is 2, 0. And the y-intercept is when x equals 0. 2 times 0 plus y equals 4, or y equals 4. So it's 0, 4. You only need 2 points to graph a line. So 2, 0, 0, 4. And then you take your straight edge. I happen to have a ruler, which is really unusual for me. And then line it up. And go through the 2 points as best you can, and there's your line. I graph each equation using the slope and y-intercept. Well, we've done this before. Here the slope is 1/3. The y-intercept is 2, so that's easy. It's 0, 2. It's the y-intercept. So that's there. And so what's the slope say? Well, remember, 1/3 is the change in y over the change in x. So that means that you migrate over 3 units on x and down 1 unit on y to get another point on the line. So 1, 2, 3, 1. And there's my second point. And something's wrong. Yep, wrong direction. Sorry about that. And why did I say something was wrong? The slope was positive. My line was starting to go negative. So this is actually up 1. So now I get to take that out. So 1, 2, 3, over, up 1. There we go. And then line my dots up. And so there's my line. Now this says put an equation, put the equation in slope-intercept form, solving for y. Identify the slope, the y-intercept. Use the slope and the y-intercept to graph the equation. Now, for me, I would use the slope-intercept method of graphing. In other words, if x equals 0, I can cover the x up. That says y equals 5, so it's looking right. And if y equals 0, cover that up, x equals 3. This is a much better shape for that, but that's not what they want us to do. So they want us to solve for y. So to subtract 5x from both sides, so that 3y equals negative 5x plus 15. Now, divide everybody by 3 to solve for y, so that y equals negative 5/3 x plus 5. This gives me a slope of negative 5/3 and a y-intercept of 5. Now I've got to be very careful, because remember this is 0, 5, is that I'm now at the tippy top of my graph paper. So that means I don't want any movement up. Any movement I need is going to go down. So remember that negative 5/3 is change in y over change in x. So that means that I'm going to go over 3, and 5 is going to be negative, so I'm going to go down 5 to give me my second point in the line. Over 3, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So over 3, down 5. So that's a minus 5. And then I draw my line. And there he is.